There's one massive thing that I took away from this that I wanted to share with you, and that one thing actually breaks down into 3 ways that it manifests. So last week I ran a challenge in my Facebook group. It was 5 days Facebook Live challenge, and there were a lot of ladies who came and took part, and gents signed up to it, mostly all women. It was an amazing week and everyone participated so much more than I had ever expected. Some people actually did the challenge every single day and others dipped in where they could, and some are still catching up. But it was a real eye-opener. There's one massive thing that I took away from this that I wanted to share with you, and that one thing actually breaks down into 3 ways that it manifests. And that one big thing that I've learned is the power of stories. Hearing people's stories was the single biggest thing that became so obvious, and the 3 ways that the story manifests are in these 3 things: vulnerability, connection, understanding the passion. So the first one of those, vulnerability. It is amazing to me how much someone in this group, as we were doing the challenge, people really did open up and embraced being vulnerable in their Facebook lives. Obviously this was in an enclosed group, so this is a different type of vulnerability than you might share in your wider business. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you are allowing people to connect with you at such a deep level. And it's that connection that brings someone into your world to really understand what you're about and why you create your business and do the things that you do. That's the second thing, is connection. So it's by being vulnerable that you allow people to connect with you, more than just, oh, I can help you do this, and this is what I do, and these are my services, or these are the benefits of working with me. By being vulnerable, opening yourself up for people to really truly connect with you. Now, if you're a personal brand, this is what you have to do. You need people to connect with you, and you need to therefore show your vulnerability in return to allow that connection to happen. And using the power of video makes it it's like adding fuel to the fire, okay, by doing this through video. Of course, there's many ways that you connect with your audience. There's many ways that you can demonstrate being vulnerable: blogs, images, but by video. And I can tell you this categorically. Last week during this challenge, there are ladies that were partaking that I know in real life, and even some that I knew before I knew online as well. And yet still I felt this extra level of connection, the way that they're opening up. And it's not just the stories that these ladies were telling, but it was also the fact that through video you're seeing that person in a different light. You're seeing them in their world, not in the chitter chatter or the environment or the occasion when you're meeting them in real life. So it was amazing to me just to observe that there is this other level of connection that you just get through video. Third thing is understanding the passion. So through these stories, not only are you demonstrating your vulnerability, that you're allowing the connection to happen, but you're sharing and allowing people to understand why you're so passionate about what you do. What's your big why, which was one of the things that we worked through in one of the challenge days. What's your why? The stories that came out just made it such a powerful reason and made it so compelling to then want to use that person's services. Then everything makes sense. You're like, well, no wonder they're doing what they do, and wow, of course they should be doing what they do, and they've got so much to give. And these things come out through stories, and telling your stories in video makes it all happen so much faster. So you're making the know, like, trust that we all understand now in the online digital world that you need to create in your potential customers. This happens so quick, and by leveraging using stories through your video, by telling our stories, weaving them in gently, they don't have to be these big life-changing events that we share with our audience, because it's not always appropriate, but by finding ways to weave in other elements, little pieces of story, because we have our big stories and then we have our mini stories. All of these stories build that connection. You're able to demonstrate your vulnerability and allow yourself by sharing that story to be vulnerable and people connect with you, and then they understand why you're so passionate about what you do. So that was my massive learning from last week, and it was an amazing week. Thank you everyone that took part, because it was phenomenal. Completely blew me away. If your personal brand, really think about how you can incorporate stories in the videos that you create for your business. And I hope I might get to hear about your stories when I come across you online. So thanks for watching, and I hope to do a live very soon later in this week. Bye for now.